Hi guys, this is a new video series that I'm going to have on my channel where I'm going to be reviewing WWE Raw each week. So obviously it comes on Monday from 8 to 11 p.m. So it's just going to be reactions to Raw, rants, comments, whatever else. So like I said, this is the first video in the series. So I'm just going to go through Raw from last night, let you guys know what I thought about it. So do let me know what you think in the comments, if you agree with me or disagree with me or anything else. So Raw started out last night with a tribute to Paul Bearer, and he was the Undertaker's manager. So it started off with like a video montage of clips and pictures of Bearer. I believe the announcers made a few comments, and then the Undertaker came out. Comes out into the ring, he has an urn, which obviously is supposed to be holding Bearer's ashes. So in the middle of all this, you know, CM Punk's theme music drops, right? So like, whatever, and CM Punk comes out and interrupts it. So it gets a huge reaction from the crowd, as you can probably imagine. People are booing him like crazy. So the one line that really stuck out in my mind was when CM Punk was like, something like, "I want to express my condolences for your loss." And then it was like, ... at WrestleMania. I initially thought it was a little bit over the top, I'm not going to lie. I'm a huge CM Punk fanatic. If you haven't seen any of my other videos that I've made about WrestleMania or Royal Rumble, I love CM Punk to death. Obviously, he's a heel right now. To me, I was just kind of like, well, somebody actually died. You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of just like, I know they're trying to build heat between CM Punk and Undertaker. Because, you know, they're going to be fighting at WrestleMania next month. But I don't know, to me I was just like, you know, there's other ways to kind of put sauce on it than, to me, to interrupt a tribute. But I thought about it a little bit more, and, you know, they did clear it with Bearer's family, with Undertaker, with Kane, you know. And honestly, the more I thought about it and read up on him, I was like, yeah, he'd probably love that he was being used in an angle like this. So I kind of came around on it, so I kind of thought it was good. So, you know, basically they just talked about Undertaker's streak right now, which is that he's won his matches at WrestleMania for the, you know, 20 times basically in a row. So it's really a question of whether CM Punk's going to be able to break his streak. Now, I do want to mention the fact that I am not going to be watching WrestleMania this year, next month. It's actually going to be in New Jersey this year. So I was actually going to go, like me and my fiance and our mutual friend, you know, we were all trying to get tickets. And it, you know, kind of fell through, whatever, money issues and all that. But thank goodness it fell through, because if you guys remember last WrestleMania, who was in the main event? Rock versus Cena. And they promoted it and they pimped it as this once-in-a-lifetime thing. Here we are 1 year later, and it's already the same match again, which I just think is ludicrous. Not to mention the fact that The Rock, I mean, he's got how many movies out right now? He's got a reality show that's going to be coming out soon. To me, let's make something clear. I have a lot of problems, okay? You don't give the belt to somebody who's not even showing up every Monday. As much as I don't like Cena, I can at least say that Cena shows up for every Raw. You know what I mean? Cena is there day in and day out. He's traveling 250 days out of the year, just like everyone else on the roster is. Obviously, we know that's not what The Rock is doing. So, you know, basically, I mean, I watched the Royal Rumble with my fiance and, you know, whatever, my brother, a friend of my brother's, whatever, right? If you guys saw it, you know what happened. I mean, they had Punk lose the title to Rock, and it's like, come on, you know, Punk had the longest reign in the modern era for like the past, I want to say 25 years. He had the title for over 425 days. I just don't think that's the way you end such an epic reign. I don't like the way they did it. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, listen, CM Punk's never been in a main event at WrestleMania. I mean, if you want to talk about the one thing that he sort of hasn't, you know, achieved yet during his tenure at WWE, it would be that he's never been in a main event. I have his DVD. Like I said, I'm a fanatic. And, you know, that's one of the things he even says in the DVD. Like, yeah, the one thing left that I haven't accomplished is to be in the main event. So it just pisses me off. It's unoriginal. They just did it last year. And like I said, I mean, I can't believe that somebody who's not even there every week because they're busy filming movies and promoting stuff or whatever, you're going to give him the title and let him redesign the belt, something that they were talking about letting CM Punk do. So I'm not even going to watch it. What I've been doing with my fiance for the past year and a half, let's say, is we've been going to Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, we've been going there to watch Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. I bought an event and a pay-per-view. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one it was. I really don't. I think CM Punk beat Bryan. I could be wrong about that. But, you know, we've been watching the pay-per-views regularly. So, you know, it sucks because as a CM Punk fanatic, I do want to see the Undertaker match. I think it's going to be amazing. I think there's a very slim chance that they might actually let CM Punk break his streak. But yeah, I'm not gonna watch it with Roxana being the main event again. So basically, after CM Punk interrupted Undertaker's tribute to Bearer, Kane basically came out and he went looking for Punk backstage during the commercials. If you guys have the app, the WWE app on your phone. I have it on my phone, but I was like busy doing other stuff during commercials, so I didn't really watch, but like they showed when it came back from break. So yeah, so after all that, it went into Shield. I do love the Shield. I love Dean Ambrose. I love Seth Rollins. I just think it's a really interesting angle that they're bringing to the show. So basically, they had beat up Big Show last week after Raw went off the air. If you watched it on the app. So basically, you know, it was a match between Big Show and the Shield. Big Show ended up winning via disqualification. So after that, Vicky Guerrero, I don't know if I'm saying that right, okay, basically you saw her backstage, and she put Punk in a no disqualification match against Kane, for disrespecting Bearer. So it went from that, into Daniel Bryan. I kind of laughed, like you saw him talking to AJ Lee and he was like, oh, you should be used to things that last for 18 seconds, since you're with Ziggler. I kind of, thought that was funny. Real quick about AJ Lee, and I love AJ Lee. I think she's amazing, like, she's hot, whatever, right? I really like her. I just like the quirkiness, like, I don't know. I feel like I would never be a wrestler, but I feel like if I was, I'd probably have a similar gimmick, like, because I'm into anime and, like, quirky stuff like she is, whatever, right? My thing about it is, like, will we ever get to see her actually wrestle, okay? And it just makes me think about Gail Kim. And I know you guys remember Gail Kim when she was on WWE. Why do you think she left? Like, why do you think Gail Kim went back to TNA? Because she went from being in TNA and in ladder matches to being, like, Daniel Bryan's side piece on WWE. And I think she was just like, well, fuck that noise. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a bigger issue I have with how they use the Divas in WWE. I just wish they would let them wrestle more. I wish there would be more athleticism with it. I wish they'd take the Divas division more seriously. What more can I say? I mean, if you have somebody of Gail Kim's caliber and you're wasting her in a storyline as Daniel Bryan's girlfriend, I mean, there's a problem there. And I kind of think that's how they approach most of their divas. So, anyway. So yeah, there was a match last night between Ziggler and Daniel Bryan. It was a really good match. Ziggler actually won. And then Tensai came out. I hate Tensai, okay? I think it's a very racist gimmick. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys are up on, or if you're fans of Yoshitatsu, like I am. Like, I follow him on Twitter. Like, he's fucking legit, you know? He's Japanese, he's on the WWE roster, but the only time I've ever seen him on Raw was a little skit backstage. You know, like, he's never, to my knowledge, or I've never seen it, I've never actually seen him wrestle. And I've been following him for about a year. So it just annoys me. Like, somebody who's legit, like Yoshitatsu, doesn't get airtime, but this, like, fucking Tensai fucker, like, with his racist gimmick, gets all the airtime in the world. Brodus Clay, also, like, I just find the gimmick really annoying. I do. I don't know what else to say. It's like, okay, a big black guy, like, doing the Running Man with black cheerleaders. Like, it just, like, is annoying to me. Yeah, so, whatever. They came out. Fandango is the worst gimmick in WWE right now, other than Jack Swagger, and I'm going to rant on that in a bit. Seriously, this is the second week in a row. He comes out, he does the dance with the girl, and he doesn't fucking wrestle. It's like, it's not a hard, the whole fucking thing is stupid, okay? This is like the second week now. The dance seems stupid. The pronunciation part of the gimmick, it's like, at least if you're going to do that, like, have it be a name that's actually hard to pronounce, and then have people mispronounce it. It's like it's fucking Fandango, right? It's like the website you buy movie tickets on. It's 2 weeks in a row now. They've done this whole thing, and then he doesn't even wrestle, okay? Because they did it last week with Kofi Kingston, and no wrestling happened. It's just fucking stupid. So yeah, that happened. He came up with a girl. His name was mispronounced. Whatever, so he went through this whole thing, like, I'm not going to wrestle until someone pronounces my name right. So yeah, whatever. New Age Outlaws then came out. So my fiance, he's a huge Road Dogg fan. That's actually his nickname on, like, most of all the websites he's on. His email address is Eddie Road Dogg. So they came out, and they wrestled against Team Road Scholars. So I thought it was kind of funny, because when Road Scholars came out, they were like, if you're not down with that, we've got 2 words for you. And then it was like, you're welcome. Like, I thought that was funny. Yeah, so whatever. So then New Age Outlaws came out, and in the middle of the match, they got interrupted by Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. So basically, they came out, and what they were saying is that, you know, basically, the only way that Lesnar will fight Triple H at WrestleMania is if he accepts, if he agrees to their stipulations, but they won't tell him what the stipulations are before Triple H signs the contract. And then Paul Heyman was like, even if you ain't down with that, I got 2 words for you. Brock Lesnar. Like, I thought that was really funny. So yeah, so then it was Mark Henry versus Kofi Kingston. And then backstage they showed the Bella Twins. So apparently they're back. They haven't been fired. Then it was Ryback versus 3MB. I think 3MB is very annoying. That's another gimmick that I just really don't fucking get or like. I know there was a online, like, you know, fan poll that WWE had, and they actually beat Yoshitatsu in the poll. Like, I just couldn't believe that. So yeah, so Ryback won. On the show. Then there was a Cena versus Rock montage, which I really didn't even pay attention to. I've already told you my feelings on the fact that they're going to be the main event at WrestleMania again. Then it was Sheamus and Randy Orton versus Road Scholars. And Orton and Sheamus won that match. Then there was, Wade Barrett came out with Miz and Jericho. Brad Maddox interrupted it for a little bit, but then there was a really long, like, really good match between Miz and Jericho. Like, I thought it was pretty amazing. Okay, so then Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo, his announcer, there was this whole skit where they pretended to be Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter. I'm just going to go into a little rant here. I hate the Jack Swagger gimmick, okay? It's like, listen, I'm conservative. I mean, if you look at any of the other videos on my YouTube channel, it's not that hard to figure that out. It's not even about that, though, because it's basically what that gimmick is saying, is that all Tea Partiers are racist. And that's just not true, okay? I'm black and I'm conservative and I'm not racist. I mean, so there's that. But it's just the most ridiculous, like, stereotype of, like, a so-called teabagging, like, don't tread on me, racist, who hates all Mexicans and wants them to, you know, be deported. It's like, I'm half Kenyan, you know? So, you know, it's just like, I guess the thing is, like, stereotypes like that really bother me, okay? Because they're not true, and I think it's offensive. It's so over the top as well. And I'm just tired of them, like, pushing them so hard, you know? I know that Jack Swagger is fighting Del Rio at WrestleMania, but it's just, like, when I watched Raw last week with my fiance, it's like I swear, there were, like, 5 different segments they were in. You know, because every time they came on, it's like I left the room, literally. Like, I didn't want to be in the room. And finally, about the 5th time, I was like, no, you know what? My fiance, Eddie, he got tired of it. He was like, just turn the channel. Anyway, so, yeah. You had Rio and Ricardo pretending to be Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter. And then that was kind of the setup for Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter versus Sin Cara. And Jack Swagger won. And then you had sort of the main event on Raw last night, which was Kane versus Punk. Like I said before, it was no disqualification. It was a really intense match. Like, it was really good. To me, the best part was when Kane picked Punk up and threw him. Like, there was a metal folding chair that was on, like, in between the ropes, and he, like, slammed him against the chair. Yeah, there was another part of the match where Punk did, like, a high kick or whatever against Kane. Kane did end up winning. Undertaker actually assisted him. Obviously, you know, still pissed off about what happened at the beginning of Raw. So here's the thing, though. So this is like the ultimate heel moment, I think, in WWE history. Because, like I said, Kane wins, Undertaker assists him, right? So, like, I kind of thought the show was actually over because it's like 11:13 by this point. No. Punk picks up the urn, okay, that has Bearer's ashes in it, okay, and he hits Kane with it. Like, he literally hits him with the urn, and then, like, he gets down and does the Undertaker stance, and then that's the end of the show. Like, it's Undertaker just staring at him, like, all pissed off. So, I've never seen something like that. I thought that was pretty crazy. So, definitely building up to WrestleMania. So yeah, and then I went online today, and it turns out that they actually did, you know, a tribute to Bearer after Raw finished taping, Undertaker and Kane. If you follow WWE's official Twitter account, they actually tweeted out a picture of it, which was really nice. So yeah, overall, it was a good episode. Obviously, a little hit and miss as I went through, but yeah, just tell me your thoughts. First, let me know if you're watching WrestleMania. Are you watching it, like, the pay-per-view? Are you going in person? Do you have tickets? Let me know what you thought about what Punk did, like, sort of interrupting Undertaker's tribute. Like, did you think it was, a good angle? Did you think it was disrespectful? Yeah, just give me your general thoughts on Raw or any predictions you have for the show next week, and I will see you next Monday. Bye!